Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Jeff Syedek from Guerrilla Games, looking at the Battlestations 2nd Edition, which I think we've talked about before. I know
We did,
ran a Kickstarter campaign for it.
And it was very successful. Thank you to my backers. But we haven't shown off yet, the high-res miniatures. And so those are, So some of these are painted. The game won't come with painted miniatures, but it does come with these snap-on bases. So if you're going to be a pilot, you'll have the yellow base and that sort of thing. So the idea is that in Battlestations, you're going to be a character on board a starship running around, and your starship is moving around on the hex map. So it's simultaneous ship-to-ship and boarding action. It's a board game because there's specific mission objectives and phases and a turn sequence. Mm-hmm. But it's a role-playing game because as your character ranks up, you get more special abilities and stuff. And the difficulty of the game is based on the ranks of the characters, so it scales and balances.
Okay.
So in July,
there's a lot more than this.
I just brought enough to show off.
Three tiles.
Three tiles. That's all you get. You have to use them wisely. They're double-sided though, so you can hold up some and do this underneath if you have to.
Value here.
Yeah.
Okay.
The idea of the game is that it's one enemy versus all the players. So it's a co-op game where the enemy controls the enemy ship or enemy monsters or navigation hazard. It's really only limited by your imagination or the imaginations of the dozens of designers that I had help me with ideas on it.
Okay.
And right now we've got, just at this show, we were able to get the proofs from our printer, and they said that these tolerances here are a little too tight, so they want to have a little more bleed, which is part of the production process. Is as the designer and the owner of Guerrilla Games, I get to be everybody. So when something falls through the cracks, I don't have to look far for somebody to point to.
That's right. You are the one who is going to be redesigned.
Well, I have an artist, because if you look at anything that's pretty, then that's probably the result of my artist.
Else.
Yeah, Dan Blanchett, James Ollie, and Ben Meisner, the sculptor, and William Toombs. So the stuff that looks good, that's all them. And like when I show it off to my family and they say, wow, this is pretty. And I say, no, that's pretty, yes. But what I did was I designed this rule where you get +3 difficulty for each additional power you want to pump for. And that just their eyes glaze over and they say, oh, no, that's not.
It looks pretty.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So what's the expected release?
It's going to come out in July for retail in July, and it's going to retail for $99.95.
Okay. All right.
And it will come with 48 full-color double-sided modules, 45 miniatures, I think 24 of the plastic bases, and a 32-page quick start rulebook. Our original Battlestations came out in 2004, also the Year of the Monkey. And that was, we had a 100-page rulebook in there, and it was a little bit dense and scared people. And so now we got a 32-page book that really has you playing the game almost right away.
Okay.
And you learn about it as you go along. So in the first mission, you're not using a teleporter, so you don't need to know the rules for teleporter.
Right. Okay. It's interesting, this sort of game technology.
Yes.
Like some technology is just learning different ways to teach, and
absolutely
don't jump in the deep end at once necessarily.
Yeah, and when
we'll
released
get to this.
When we released in 2004, we also didn't have Board Game Geek to do interviews with me, so I could show this stuff off.
All right. Well, there you go. Times change.
Yes.
There. All right. Well, thanks very much, Jeff.
Thanks for having me, and thank you.
And Gen Con.
It'll be here at Gen Con. Absolutely.
Feature there. All right.
I'm hoping maybe to have something at Origins, but definitely at Gen Con.
Okay. It's a very busy Gen Con now.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I hope they make room for Battlestations.
All right. Thank you.